Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be going over the most disturbing missing 411 cases. Part 1. So I'm going to make this a series. Before we even get started with these cases, I want to go over what this missing 411 paradox is and who David Paulides is. Because some of you guys may not know who that is. So I'd like to go over it before we start these three terrible cases. So what is missing 411 paradox? Missing 411 is the vague claim that something unusual is occurring related to deaths and disappearances in national parks. And David Paulides. Who is this guy and why is he connected to missing 411? Well, David is a former police detective and is the author of the Missing 411 series. He self-published these books and films which document cases of people who have gone missing in national parks and elsewhere, and assert that these cases are unusual and very mysterious, and some are even disturbing. And that is what we are going to be going over today. The most disturbing ones that I could find. Now, I don't actually have the books. If you want the books, I tried to look on Amazon. There are some on Amazon, but that's the only place I've looked. If you know where, a lot of the books would be, not all together, but a lot of them would be, please put them in the comments down below. I really would love to look at these books and even may purchase them. Don't forget, don't subscribe just yet. I will earn your subscription by the end of this video. And don't leave a like just yet. Watch the video all the way through so you know whether or not you actually like it. And if you do, make sure to leave a like. It lets me know that you gave me the watch time and you left a like. Anyway, with that being said, we got over the questions and whatnot. Let's get right into the stories. Keith Parkins. In 1952, a 2-year-old boy named Keith Parkins went missing from his home in Ritter, Oregon, in the middle of winter. He had been playing outside with his jacket on, but he was far from equipped to spend the night outside alone. His family and a local search party looked for him immediately. They could follow his tiny footprints up to a point before they completely stopped. There were no other animal or adult tracks nearby. 19 hours later, they found Keith. He was about 15 miles away. He had taken his jacket off and was laying face down in the snow on a frozen pond. Keith was alive. When they asked him why he had run away and how he survived, he said he didn't remember. A survival expert named Lise Stroud filmed a segment for the Missing 411 document to demonstrate just how impossible it would have been for 2-year-old Keith to walk so far on his own, especially at night. To this day, no one is sure exactly how Keith survived the night, and we may never know. Dior Kunz. So sorry if I said this name wrong. In July 2015, Dior Kunz and his girlfriend Jessica Mitchell were on a camping trip with their 2-year-old son, Dior Jr. They brought along Jessica's grandfather and a family friend named Isaac Rienwand. The campsite was extremely remote, on the edge of Rocky Mountain National Park. There was only one dirt road leading to the area where they had parked their trailer and car. The morning after their arrival, Jessica, Dior, and Dior Jr. all went into the nearby town to run some errands. When they came back to the campsite, Renwand was holding a large fish. He said he caught it in a nearby river. Jessica and Dior Sr. asked to see where he caught the fish, so they began to follow him with their son. The little boy suddenly decided he wanted to get candy from his grandfather, and they allowed him to walk by himself back to the campsite, which was only a few yards away. Never leave your kids unsupervised. The grandfather confirmed that little Dior returned safely to him, and that he was watching over him. But in the blink of an eye, the toddler was gone. During an interview, the parents explained that they searched for the boy for about 20 minutes before trying to call 911. There was no cell phone service at the campsite, so they had to drive down the road until they could complete the call. A search party helped them comb the area for several days, with no sign of his scent or tracks. Helicopters with heat-tracking cameras flew over the area as well. A 2-year-old should not have been able to go very far. Everyone was baffled. Where was Dior Combs? Years later, the case is still unsolved. Many in the general public believe that Dior's parents are suspects, and there was public outcry to have them tried for murder. However, there is no evidence that they actually killed their son. And last but not least, Dennis Martin. It was a Father's Day week in 1969. A 6-year-old Dennis Martin was at Smoky Mountains National Park with his brother, father, and grandfather. They camped out for the night, and the next day, a man approached Mr. Martin and asked if his sons wanted to play with his kids. Since they were about the same age, Dennis's father agreed, and the children started a big game of hide and seek. Dennis's father kept his eyes on his son from a distance. Dennis hid behind a tree, and when the other kids jumped to reveal themselves, Dennis didn't. His father got up and ran over to where he had last seen his son, and he was gone. The Appalachian Trail was nearby, so he ran at full speed for 2 miles, yelling and calling for Dennis. But he couldn't find his son. They called park rangers and spent all night looking for him. The search for Dennis Martin became massive. The FBI, the Green Berets, the park rangers, and even local volunteers searched for 6 weeks for this little boy. The only thing they found belonging to Dennis was 1 shoe and 1 sock. They never found a body. Pilates conducted interviews and dug through the files with testimonies. The Key family had been camping in the park that same weekend, and they asked park rangers where they could go to see bears. They were told where to go, and when they arrived, they reported hearing a scream. The child pointed at the top of the hill, saying that he saw a bear. The father said it looked more like a scary-looking, wild, hairy mountain man, dodging behind trees while carrying something over its shoulder. Could this be Dennis Martin? Is that what this wild, hairy mountain man was holding? We may never know, because they never found a body, and they searched for 6 weeks, didn't find anything but 1 shoe and 1 sock. We may never know what happened to any of these kids, and it's so upsetting. So upsetting. I hope they are found one day. That's gonna do it. I know this video was super dark, so I'm going to put a warning at the beginning, so you know it's about kids, so yeah. With that being said, if you liked the video, leave a like. It lets me know that you gave me the watch time and you left a like, and if I earned your subscription, make sure to subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. We're trying to hit 70 subscribers by, I don't know, August. We're gonna go for August. 70 subscribers by August. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, I know my Minecraft iceberg finally came out last Thursday. So I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. It took literal weeks to complete. Finally did it, and it is now up. If the thumbnail is changing, it's because I did it. I want to see. It's supposed to be test stuff, so yeah, that's what we're trying to do. So if you see it change, don't worry about it. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is going to be a series because I love missing 411 cases. I hope you guys stick around for Thursday's video. It's going to be part 2 of photos with disturbing backstories. Thank you guys so much for 50. I'm still so shocked. So thank you. 70 by August, I hope, and I believe that we can do it.